Hello guys, welcome to Deep Codes, and in today's video we will discuss LeetCode question 2564, that is Substring XOR queries. So yeah, this question is looks simple at first sight, but yeah, there is some different way to solve this question. So we will talk about both the ways. So one way would give you time limit excited, and the another way would work and would work for all the test cases. So yeah, make sure you watch this video till the end, and also like this video and subscribe to our channel. Okay, now let's first discuss what the question is saying. So the question says that you are given one binary string as a 2D integer and a queries, where queries of I represent the first of I and the second of I. That means you have two integers for in each query. Got it? Now for each query, what you need to find some val that satisfies this condition. That means that val XOR first of I equals to second of I. See, this is first of I 0 and this second of I for this query. Okay, and this similarly first and this is second. So for each query you need to find val whose XOR with first of I and equals to second of I. And from where you need to find this val? So this val would be a shortest substring of the string S. Okay, so this is a binary string and you need to find a substring. So let's say this can be one possible substring, this can be another possible substring, this can be another. So yeah, you need to find a substring whose XOR with this x of I or the first value would be equal to second value. Got it? As simple as that. And further, for each query you need to return answer, that is the starting and the ending index of the substring. So let's say your answer is 101. So the starting is 0 and ending is 2. So this is what you need to return for each query. And if it is not possible, then return -1 comma -1. And also if there are multiple answers, choose the one with minimum left of 5. So yeah, now let's talk about this question using. So yeah, now let's discuss the test cases that are given here. So the first query says 0 comma 5. So you need to find some value whose XOR with 0 produces 5. Simple. So yeah, that value here is 5 itself, because 5 XOR 0 equals to 5. And now representation of 5 is 101. And here as you can see that this substring 101 is present in the string as starting at index 0 and ending at index 2. So we return 0 comma 2. Now for the second query you need to find a value whose XOR is with 1 produces 2. So yeah, that value is 3, because 3 XOR 1 is 2, as you can see. And now 3 representation in binary is 1 comma 1, and that is present here at index 2 and ending index is 3. So yeah, we return 2 comma 3 as our answer. Now in the second test case, we are given 12 comma 8, and now we need to find some value whose XOR with 12 produces 8. Okay, now if you do XOR of with 12 and 4, then you will get it. XOR of 12 and 4, you will get it. But 4 representation in binary is what? It is 100. And do we have 100 anywhere in this string? No substring is present whose value is 100, and that's why we return -1 comma -1. And similarly, this is the third test case, because as you can see that 4 XOR with 1 will produces 5, and 1 in binary is 1 itself, right? And so this is our answer. So now let's talk about this first example. Let's explore this. So what we are doing here, let's say for each query 1, that you are given one x1 value, one y1 value, or the first and the second, that is here 0 and this is 5. So you need to find one value. And how you need to find value? So you need to find this one value whose which satisfies this condition, that value XOR with x produces what? Produces y. So you need to find such number, decimal number, and whose decimal number binary representation should be present in this string. Okay, now talking about some XOR properties. See, XOR has this property that A XOR B equals to C. Then what we can do, we can also make B equal to C XOR A. Like this is the property of XOR. So here what you can do value equal to y XOR x. Okay, now you have x and y, so you can easily find value, right? So now for 0 XOR 5 is what? 5. Now 5 representation is binary is what? 101. And yeah, 101 is present. How to find is 101 present in S? So let's say this is S1. So what we will do, we will make index equal to S dot find S1, and this will what? This will return the index of starting of this substring S1. Okay, got it? This is simply by using this XOR property we find the value and we convert it into this decimal into binary, and then we check for substring. Now the second query is 1 to 2. Now what is 1 XOR 2? So 1 XOR 2 is 3. So thus the value we need to find in this would be 3. Now 3 representation in binary is 1 1. So what we need to do, we need to find index such by using this s dot find 1 1. Okay, so this will return the first index, so it's here, correct? So this is one way to solve this question. Now let me also show you in the code here. So here is the code where for each number what we are doing, as we are simply doing the XOR, and if the number is 0, then we are just simply passing it 0, as we are doing what decimal to binary using this function. So this will take log of n time, and yeah, then we are doing this s dot find. This is to find the substring is present or not, and that will return the index and the starting index, and the ending index would be the size of the substring. Simple as that. But as you can see that this gives time limit exceeded error, time limit exceeded for this input. So yeah, this won't work, and we need to find some better approach. Okay, now also you might be wondering that why this give time limit exceeded. So I will also explain you that. See, let's say there are n number of queries. So for each query what we are doing, we are running this function decimal to binary. So let's take log of n times. Okay, so how much time complexity this will take? So this s dot find function will take let's say size, means it will take time complexity of size of n into size of this s1. So this would be the time complexity of this find function. So yeah, the overall time complexity would be very much high in this case. So we need to optimize this. Okay, now now think of another way by which you can solve this question. See, one thing is fixed, that we need to find val, while we can find this val by this way, correct, by XOR with x. But now this thing is like converting this val into this means what we are doing is we are converting decimal to binary, and we are finding what, this is first thing, and second thing we are finding substring. So this thing are time consuming. For Q queries, this, if you do this both, then this will take a lot of time. Okay, so what better way you can do? So instead of doing from like top to bottom, that means how the question is says that find val and check if the val is present or not, what you can do is you can find all the possible substring of s, all substring of s. Okay, but not all substring of s, and with a constraint that maximum size of 31. So you might be thinking that why only 31? Because as you can see here that the size of a number here is constrained to 10 raised to 9, that is an int, and int of a maximum size can be of 31 bits. So yeah, that's why for each we will produce a substring of string s from of size 1 up to 31, all different substring of string s, and that's why what we will get all possible numbers. Simple as it is. What, this is a binary string, and finding all sorts different substring, we will get all possible numbers, and at the end what we need to check, that is this value is present in this all possible numbers or not. Simple. So yeah, we will store this for these all possible numbers in one map, and we will simply check if the value is present in the map or not. So yeah, this is one way. If you have focused on this, what are the different possible answers, then it would be easy to solve. So what this is, I hope you guys understood that we are doing a simple thing. We are trying to generate all the possible answers, and then we are checking if the value is present in this or not. So yeah, it is like turnaround way. Then instead of finding the value and checking if the value is by finding a substring, we are firstly generating all the possible substring, and then for each value we are simply doing this checking it here from all possible answers. Okay, by using a map. So yeah, I hope you guys understood the approach to solve this question. Now let's move on to coding parts, where we will understand this in much better way. So what we will do, we will start by taking one unordered map first. Unordered map, where we will store for each int. What we will store the starting and the ending position. So let me take here vector of int, and let me name this as decimals. So all possible. Let me name it as numbers. Okay, nums array. Yeah, and for each I, that is from I equals to 0 to I less than s dot size, what we will do, we will generate substring. So yeah, what is the maximum size of substring? As I told, the maximum size of substring would be 31. So we have to take here minimum of 31 or n minus I and j plus plus. Now okay, now before this also we will take one current variable and we will initialize to 0. And what here we will do, we will do current left shift with 1. Okay, I will explain to you that what we are doing here, and after that what we will do current plus equal to s of I plus j minus this 0. See, now I will explain you. So let's say you have 1 2 3 in 1 2 3. This is a string representation of a decimal. Now you need to convert this into a decimal. Then what you do? You do this way, right? You do first you do 1. Then what you do? 10 plus 2. Then what you do? 12. See what you, sorry, 10 1 into 10 plus 2. You will do this. Then you get 12. Then what you do? You again what multiply by 10. And what you do? Plus 3. So this is how you get what? 123. Correct? This is the way you convert this string representation of decimal into decimal by multiplying 10 each time. So instead of multiplying by 10, what we are doing when we have a binary string, we are just shifting it by left by one position. Yeah. So I hope you guys understood that what we are doing here. Now after this, we simply check if it is present in the nums array or not. If nums.find current equals to nums.end, means if it is not present, then we will store the value of I and j, that is starting and ending index. Nums of current equals to I comma j, not j, I plus j. And in the else condition, if it is present, then we will check if j is less than answer of current 1 minus nums of current 0 nums. So if this is the thing, then what we will do, answer nums of current equals to new I and j. So here what we are doing, so let's say if you have initially 0 0 0 1 0 1, so this is also what, this is also equal to 5, and we 1 0 1 is also equal to what, equal to 5. But what we need to find shortest substring. So yeah, if we find something shorter than this, then we push this, right? We push the new answer. Okay, simple as it is. Yeah, so now let's move ahead. Let me now initialize vector int answer variable, and now for q queries we will run a loop, and for each query we will find one num. So let's say n equals to q of 0 XOR with q of 1. Now we will find if nums dot find q is not equals to nums dot end, means if it is present, then what we will do, we will simply do answer dot push back nums of n. Okay, here it would be n. We are finding the number n in this nums, and in the else condition what we will do, we will simply do answer dot push back -1 comma -1. We are simply pushing -1. Okay, got it. And in the end we will return answer. So yeah, now let me try to run this. And it's not declared. Okay, we need to declare n equals to s dot size. So yeah, the test case is passed. Now let me try to submit this. So yeah guys, as you can see that our code got accepted. Now talking about the complexities, see we are using one unordered map, and this we are traversing for n the size of the string. So let's say if there are n characters in this string, and for each I we are traversing up till maximum of 31, so it would be n into 31. Okay, plus what is this, plus this is q queries. So yeah, here for this approach our time complexity would be big of n into 31. So n is the size of a string, plus internally we are traversing up to 31 times, plus number of q, means the number of queries. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys understood this question, the approach as well as the coding part. So if you have still any doubts, then do let me in the comment section. Otherwise, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.